Yerushalmi Chagigah Daf Vav Amar Aleph. So we are to Kelig Mishnah Halacha Hey. So Kelig Mishnah Noitli Yadayim L'Chulin L'Maisel Truma. You have to wash your hands before eating Chulin Maisel Truma. Well, the Kodesh, but if you want to eat Kodesh, like a carbon, that might be on. You have to go into the mikvah. The Chatas and Nitma Yodav Nitma Gufay. And as far as the Mechatas, from even more machmer, that in Itri Yodav, your hands become tamei. Normally say your hands are not the hands becoming tamei, not the same as the guf becoming tamei. Over here we say that the hands are the same as the guf. In tamei we'll see why we're so machmer with the paradu. Okay, freiting mar yeshidayim nechulin. Is it even a din that yadayim have a din of tumah for chulin? There's yadayim have a din of shniyos. By chulin, you can't a sheni. There's no shlishi by chulin, so you can't make chul. Yadayim can't make chulin tamim. So Ela Reb Shimon Elazar must be going to Shimon Elazar. Reb Shimon Elazar Oimer Yesh Yadayim L'Chulin. He also there is Yadayim L'Chulin that the word geyser Yadayim L'Chulin because he holds that rishon. The Gemara says no. Actually, I could take it's really kedivra kolhi. It's like everybody. He made a general exer that people should always wash their hands. Why? Because this way people are used to always washing their hands. So when it comes time for a kain or to eat truma, is used to by default. He always washes his hands or wash his hands to eat the truma too. Tanu Shimon Elazar Mishum Rameya Yidayim Tchila LeChulin Ushniya Is LeTruma. So Shimon Elazar says that Yidayim are Tchila LeChulin is the Rishon Truma Shniya Is Latruma, and the din of Sheni knows. In other words, they'll take truma and make it a shlishi. Matter of Shimon Lozik Rebbe Akiva. You tell me that Shimon Lozik is going like Rebbe Akiva today in Tamon. Hamachnis Yod of the Reis L'Bayis Aminuga. Yod of Tchila Div Rebbe Akiva. Akiva holds somebody who sticks his hands into a house that has a nega. He just sticks his hands in. His hands become a rishon. In other words, they become like the guf would have been had he walked in completely. That's the din that the hands become, and they become a rishon. V'chamim know that if a guy sticks his hands into a beis hamenuka, it's only yod of shniyos. They do not become like the guf. It's like any other tumas. The chum holds like any other tumah, and any other tumas yadayim is always a sheni. So Kirabonon he tamon. So over there, Kirabonon he tamon. Well, says actually no, that the Mishnah can actually be going according to the Rabbanim Ataimon. It could even be going according to the Rabbanim. Why? Because the Yadayim, it's good enough. We don't have to be guys Yadayim should be a Rishon. Truma goes all the way down to a Shlishi, right? Chulin goes to a Sheni, Truma goes to a Shlishi, and Kodesh goes to a Revi. And we should say that Shlishi is also referred to as puzzle because it doesn't spread. No, Rishon can make a Sheni, Sheni can make a Shlishi. Shlishi can't make a Revi. That's by Truma. By Kodesh it can, but the end of the line is always referred to as puzzle. So over here, you don't have to be geyser that the Yadayim should be a Rishon. It's good enough because all Gzeir is out Truma. So als Truma, if the Yadayim are Shniyos, so then they'll make a Shlishi by Truma. So therefore, it's good enough for them to be a Shlishi and it doesn't have to be a Rishon. And that's what he said, Rabbanan Tamon, I'm sorry, Rabbanan Tamon, Mataimon, Hocha Mitoshat Oimelo Yad of Shniyos, Afu Kodam in Truma, which is the purpose of the Xavier. Stay away from Truma. Aren't we geyser yadayim automatically? Tumi yadayim we're geyser. Why? Because we're scared the guy's hands will be, the guy's hands are tummy. He touches a liquid. Liquid automatically reverts to being a rishon. If he's eating truma at that time, he's going to be Matama the Truma. So why don't we make his hands a Rishon? Make them a Tchila, Rishon. The Gemara says, Kal v'chomer. I have a Kal v'chomer that we do not make a Rishon. Why? Man tfil yom shu d'vat Torah. Einoi. Ramadach tfil yom, which is Minat Torah. Right, a person the day that before he goes to the mikveh, but he didn't have harav shemesh yet. The sun hasn't set, so that's a dvar Torah, and we see that he's not a rishon. Right, kavachomer. So again, kavachomer right, that it's not a tchila. Why? Because man until yom should dvar Torah in ela poisel yadayim shem midavreim like kolshkein. So certainly yadayim which are midrabanan, certainly there should not be a rishon. Davarachek, even another reason, kul goes well yadayim loy kadei sheyeh b'adam manatrum. Until shadom loy yadayim shniyas aval b'adam manatrum. Like we saw before, the whole purpose. We don't have to make his yadayim. We don't have to be guys that the yadayim should be rishon. It's good enough if they're sheni, because if they're sheni, automatically he's going to stay away from truma. Okay, now we're going to ask a stira from in our Mishnah to another Mishnah. Thomas and even went over the that was in I think Mesefes Bikurim. Yeah, Mishnah Mesefes Bikurim. Truma Bikurim chayav l'lem yisa b'choimish. So Truma Bikurim chayav misa if you eat it b'mezid, or Zar eats Truma, let's say b'mezid, or b'shoig eats chayav b'choimish. B'knas Basur Mazarim. And the Zar, like, only Kohen can eat these things. They say Kohen, it belongs to the Kohen, can Mekadosh Isha with it, you can buy a behemoth to make, do whatever he wants with the money. As opposed to, let's say, mice, which is Mama Gavaya. But Olam Be'echad Umeya, if they fall into 100, any Truma, let's say, falls into 100 bottle, or Tun Rechitzis Yadayim, and you have to wash your hands, V'harav Shemesh, a person went to the mikveh, not good enough, he has to wait till, say, Sekecham of that day, and then he can partake in the Truma. Available Truma Kurma, Hashem came a Maisa. So, we over here, so these halachas apply to Truma Kurim, and one of these is washing your hands. Hashem came a Maisa. Yet now Mishnah we said that not only daim even a Maisa. Mishnah says, Haman, and this is the Gemara's question now. Haman a Maisa ton rechitza. Locha Maisa is ton rechitza. Where it says, hey, that Maisa ton rechitza. That's Rabbanon. Rabbanon. It's two different sheets. You're right. The Mishnah is all Steve, but that's because they're two different Manidoma. Right, so you have Tamon, right? Hey, that Toma Maisa Ton Rechitza, that's Rabbanon, the Machnu. Hey, that Toma Eina Maisa Ton Rechitza, right? The Mishnah Bikurim, that is Reb Meir, who's Meiko. Today in Tamon, we learned Kolatom Biyasmaim Divrei Seifrim, Metamas HaKodesh, Apostle Satruma, Umota Bechulin, Uva Maisa, Divrei Meir. Anybody who requires a mikveh, even if it's midrabanan, if he does not go to the mikveh, is going to be mitam kodesh. He's going to paisel satruman, or he makes a shlishi. Or muta b'chol ma'aser. Chol ma'aser, you can take the remei. B'chamim oisrim b'ma'aser. Chamim says asa ma'aser. So what do we think? So now we're thinking that remei must be the one who holds that you don't wash your hands for ma'aser. And Chacham hold you do wash your hands for ma'aser. And says no, because lo shmi dom Reb Shmuel b'shem Reb Zeira. He obviously did not hear what the one who came up with this teretz did not hear what Shmuel said b'shem Reb Zeira. Ma v'chachamim oisrim ma'aser nifsel gufa melechel ma'aser. When it says chacham oisrim ma'aser, it's not because he didn't wash his hands. We're scared of him spreading tumah. That's not the issue over there. The issue is nifsel gufa melechel ma'aser. He himself is tummy. He can't eat ma'aser. Period. A person's tummy is not allowed to eat ma'aser. There's nothing to do with hand washing. So okay, so the bottom line is now we have a steer in the Mishnahis, and we established that it's not two different shitas. So what are you going to say? So what do you say to them? So Gemara says, "Hey, that mar amaisaton rechitza beroitza lecha." Where do you have to wash your hands? That's if you want to eat the ma'aser. Hey, that amaisaton rechitza. Where do you say that you don't have to wash your hands? That's beroitza liga. He's not playing, right? He's not playing. He's playing. He's just touching it. Right? You want to understand? In order to eat it, you got to touch it. So what does that mean? It's actually gzeira, similar to what we said on Amar Alpha. It's srach trum. In other words, the Chachamim want you to be used to always washing your hands. This way, if you're a kohen and you have to eat, and it's time to eat truma, you're not doing something that you're not used to. So if you always wash your hands, you wash your hands to eat the truma. V'atanin and truma v'chiesh truma mishum netilas rak. Someone says one of the things included in washing your hands is when you're eating truma. When eating truma, is there srach truma for truma? There, it's not the srach truma; it's a din of truma. You got to wash your hands when you eat truma. That's the din, and it's a mashmos. You just gave me. You said to me now that it's srach truma. It's exera. So Ella, no, they both are exera. The Gemara says the Gemara says that they're both exera. Ella b'chulin shenasu al gav taras hakodesh. They're talking about the guy's eating chulin, but he eats it with all the chumras of kodesh. So we're saying al tzrach truma, wash your hands. Okay. They have a din of complete chulin. They don't have a din of meiser for wash your hands. And for the Gemara, tipota oiker Shimon Elaza, oiker was a tzaddik. I can tell you either it's going like Shimon Elaza or like it was with a tzaddik. Oiker Shimon Elaza, ton of Shimon Elaza, imim mishum remeya, hayadayim tchila lechulin, ushniyas l'truma, that min hadin. Yadayim are considered to be a rishon when it comes to eating chulin, and shniyas l'truma, therefore I have to wash your hands. That's the Tanakama, but as all the dinim, that's when a person goes and he eats chulin al gav truma, in other words, all the akpadas of truma. And by the way, I should mention that doesn't mean, oh, if he's eating it al gav truma, oh, must be automatically it's also good for kodesh. No, this is totally in your consciousness. And if your consciousness is focused on truma, that you're eating this with all the akpadas, or the chumras, I should say, of truma, so then it has according to Rabbi Tzaddik a complete din of truma, and you have to wash your hands. But as far as hektish goes, it's not considered to be. As far as kodesh goes, it's not considered to be kodesh at all. Okay, we'll stop. We'll stop here.